Good morning, this is my quick out of the cinema review for the new Damian McCarthy horror movie, right up my alley, called Hokum. This is a small budget horror movie set in the Republic of Ireland, starring American actor Adam Scott. Obviously, because it's a low budget movie, they're not going for cheap jump scares, but there are a few in there, and they're not going for the big budget, showy type of spectacle you might get from a huge blockbuster. What can I say? It's well acted, it's well shot on location in Ireland, and it's got shades of The Shining, I would say. The main actor, Adam Scott, plays a very unlikable character to begin with, and you think he's an utter prick. Now, if you've seen Step Brothers or you've seen Krampus, you'll know that this guy has got a bit of range, and he can play a bit of a prick when needed. It's very suspenseful, and there are supernatural elements to the movie, but you expect it to go one particular way, and it goes a different way. It turns into a bit of a mystery, but not a mystery about the lead character, because he's got demons in his past. He questionable history with his parents, and they delve into that, but they delve into it in interesting ways. As I say, I thought it was going to be a descent into madness for the lead character, and that's what the movie was going to be about. It was going to be linked to his family, it was going to be linked to his estrangement from his father, and it was going to be playing into that. And it wasn't that at all. That just wasn't where the story went. So I like it when I go into a movie, especially a horror movie, which are somewhat predictable, and it can take it into a completely different direction. It relies on supernatural elements to a degree, but I wouldn't call it a supernatural movie, to be fair, because it's a rather minor part of the film. It's very much more Shining-esque if you can get rid of more of the supernatural, and it's very much more of a murder mystery. Slight spoiler there, someone does get murdered in it. I would give it a 4 out of 5, an 8 out of 10. Spectacular cinematography, very well paced. I was not bored, and I didn't predict the ending. And with the small horror movies, when you haven't got the big budget, and you haven't got the all-star cast, and you haven't got a big production studio behind you, you've got to focus on being authentic to the vision, and you've got to focus on delivering a genuine atmosphere and some very decent scares and chills, and some very fine character actors in the film as well. So yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. I would recommend it. I would highly recommend it if you're a horror fan, and I would somewhat recommend it if you want a decent night out at the cinema. Take someone, have some fun, and always support independent films or indie movies when they're shot in these islands. That's what I would say. So yeah, an 8 out of 10 or 4 out of 5. I will be buying this one when it comes out. And Damian McCarthy, namesake, he's a director to watch, I would say. He's definitely one to watch. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.